More Eastern Washington schools are going virtual to start the school year. Across state line, one major school district in North Idaho just released its tentative plan for the fall.
Plus, here's the view outside to start off the morning. Wow, gorgeous, as we just love these views. Clear skies to start off our Tuesday morning. We'll talk more about what's to come this afternoon and for the rest of the week, including a chance for some showers.
There is going to be a boom in December. I'm not even kidding.
Well, you may have heard the jokes about a potential quarantine baby boom. Well, one local midwife says it's true. She's already booked for the month of December.
Up with KREM begins now.
Well, this morning, Tropical Storm Isaias made landfall, taking a live look right now at Ocean City, Maryland. It hit overnight as a hurricane, but has since been downgraded. The National Weather Service reports it hit max wind speeds of 85 miles per hour. The storm is expected to slowly weaken as it moves up the East Coast. Evan, of course, has been tracking this story long before it reached the Carolinas. All right, good morning, Evan and Jen. Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad we haven't seen destruction to a large extent with that storm kind of going up the coast. Yeah, of course, and we're still kind of waiting on official reports from the eastern seaboard, and right now it looks like we're still seeing gusts in the 80-mile-per-hour range or so with pretty intense storm surge, so not quite as intense as it could have been, Category 1 and then moving to a tropical storm, but it still presents the threat and hopefully reminds everyone along the west side or the east side of the country just to be prepared for hurricane season, which we're in the midst of, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Evan. Of course, we watch a couple of those every year. This one, of course, being the first of those, hopefully maybe the last. For the sake of the people on the East Coast this morning. But give us a closer look at where it's headed today and what more we can expect. All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Jen. Yeah, as we mentioned, sustained speeds right now of about 70 miles an hour, so still very breezy out there along the eastern coast of the country. Looks like it's traveling just farther north into New York as we speak. It's a pretty quick moving system, moving north-northeast at 33 miles an hour. To give you a little bit of an idea of how slow most of these hurricanes move, they're usually moving more in the single digits, so 9, 10 miles an hour. So 33 mile an hour speed of just this system migration is pretty good, meaning that it doesn't allow for all that much of lingering over any certain spot. You can see how quickly it's already moved up to the northern portion of the screen. A little bit of a closer look at where it's hitting especially hard is just around New York State mainly, moving up toward Massachusetts and Rhode Island. That's where we're seeing the main impacts take place. But like we talked about, now a tropical storm likely going to continue to deteriorate as the day goes on. Here locally, we want to give you a look at what we're talking about for the inland northwest weather. Of course, quite the opposite. Clear skies, dry conditions out there, sunny. We've got temperatures a lot cooler this morning than where they were yesterday. So we're 2 degrees colder in Spokane, 12 degrees colder in Moses Lake, and 11 degrees colder in Pullman to start off the morning. Let's take a look at the view outside. Downtown Spokane showing a lot of greenery out there. Beautiful, 60 degrees with winds out of the south at 7 miles an hour to kick off your morning. It is not too breezy out there. The main concern as far as wind goes is going to take place on Thursday as a cold front arrives. So here's your next 12 hours, upper 80 and low 90 degree highs. We're going to be talking in just a bit about the warmer temperatures that come around tomorrow, but how this cold front is going to affect us going into the later portion of the week, including some much cooler temperatures on the way, and enjoy the day length on there. As I mentioned, I probably don't need to remind you, we're losing minutes each day as we head through the summer. So that sunset comes at 8:19, still enjoying plenty of day length. Let's take a look at the traffic situation to start off the morning. So far, so good. Not seeing much trouble on those freshly paved roads. Looks beautiful across I-90. Cars headed out for their morning commute. If we see any trouble on the way, we'll let you know. Jen, over to you. Evan, thank you so much. Well, this morning, several area school districts have announced distance learning plans for fall. Now, this includes Spokane Public Schools, the Central Valley School District, and the Cheney School District. Central Valley will offer 3 different virtual learning options for families. Spokane Public Schools will utilize Microsoft Teams as the district-wide digital platform, and laptop checkout will be available for all students. In the Cheney School District, leaders there released a 6-stage plan. It starts with students learning at home and slowly introducing them back into the classroom. Not everyone agrees with the plan in their specific districts. One mother in Spokane says her voice was not heard.
It's a little disheartening, but at the same time, kind of like the slogan, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
It's going to be a sink or swim.
I like to look on at the silver lining of things. It's been really hard. It's also been really great.
Kind of angry, like, to be blunt about it.
Well, many of the plans come after Spokane County's leading health experts, Dr. Bob Lutz, cautioned against resuming in-person classes due to a rise in local coronavirus cases. And in North Idaho, the Coeur d'Alene School District released its tentative reopening plan for fall. Right now, though, it's unclear if students will be in classrooms on the first day of school. Last night, the superintendent laid out the 5-stage reopening plan to the school board, and the plan will be used for the upcoming school year. The way students attend school will be picked based on the category of COVID-19 risk in the community. So for more information on how schools will operate this fall, you can text SCHOOLS to 509-448-2000. Dana Marie?
All right, thank you, Jen, so much. Trending online this morning, the WSU head coach, football coach, is responding to a claim he let a player go after they expressed concern over the coronavirus and the We Are United movement. So yesterday we told you Pac-12 players were using this hashtag We Are United and demanding changes related to COVID-19 and the Black Lives Matter movement. You can see all of these posts right behind me, several variety of them. Some of those players speaking out are Cougs, so that's what's getting a lot of attention, especially on social media locally in our area. So including wide receiver Cassidy Woods. So he said, the player says he told coach Nick Rolovich that he would like to opt out of the season due to health concerns. The conversation was private but recorded by Woods. Now Rolovich said he supported his decision to opt out, but then asked him if he was part of the We Are United movement. Coach Rolovich said the situation would be different if the wide receiver wasn't part of the group. When Woods say he felt like Rolovich cut him from the team. Last night, Rolovich released a statement saying, I want to clarify with Cassidy that his decision was based on health and safety and reaffirm our policy related to COVID-19 and the assurance of his scholarship. Without knowing the concerns of the group, We Are United, I regret that my words cautioning Cassidy may have become construed as opposition. His full statement is on our website at KREM.com, so you can check that out if you want to read more on that. All right, 6:38 now, still ahead on Up with KREM. More local mothers are having at-home births this year. We spoke with a midwife who is booked through the end of the year. You're not going to want to miss this story.
And here's the view outside. We are kicking off the morning with dry skies. We'll be talking about warmer temperatures this afternoon and about how wet it will get later on this week.